find the recommended PSI for each tire inside the door where the VIN is. This, I believe, is a cabin chassis from the factory, so they didn't specify the recommended PSI. If they would have, we would just check and make sure they're all at that recommended PSI. Looks like we've got 50 PSI on this one. A little bit closer to 60 on that one. So I'm going to let some out. I'll let some out till I get to about 50. And I'm about there. So I've matched these two. Normally I would just go around the entire truck and make sure all PSIs match and are at the specified from the factory. The main thing you want to check is the tire wear pattern. This tire seems to be wearing pretty evenly. If your suspension, usually in the front, if you have misadjusted or misaligned suspension, a wrong toe setting. Toe is the measurement from the front of this wheel to the front of the other wheel and the back to the other back. That tells you how straight your wheels are in relation to each other. So for instance, if this wheel was towed out, then we would get a scrubbing across the tire in this direction, because while it's going down the road, this tire is wanting to turn that way. It's towed out, and it's going to skip and rub across. It's going to wear across the tire in a diagonal pattern, and there'll be jagged edges on each of the treads. If camber is out of adjustment, camber is the inward or outward tilt of the wheel. So if we have excessive negative camber tilting towards the inside of the truck, our inside diameter of our tread pattern is going to wear prematurely, and you'll get down to the wires pretty quickly on the inside diameter if you don't catch it fast enough. So if it had positive camber, which is when it's tilted outwards, the same thing would happen on this side of the tire. Also, if tire pressures aren't correct, if they're too low, both outside edges will wear at the same time. This won't wear, but these will. So whatever part of the tire is wearing faster than another, if it is, it's gonna wear down so far that wires will be showing, and it'll be time to replace the tire a lot faster with a lot less miles than it could have lasted. If we have too much tire pressure, all of the weight of the truck will be resting on the inside tread of the tire. So the inside will wear the fastest if we have too much air. So that's our tire wear. Now, before checking alignment, you want to check all of your suspension components, all of the ball and socket joints. Make sure there's no side-to-side play or up and down. This has a slight play in it. Not really too bad, not too much to worry about just yet. The Ackerman arm Oakley in that. The cross tube tie rod ends. Yeah, that has a very noticeable play. You can actually hear it when I grab it. So that could use a tie rod end on this side of the cross tube. You just want to wiggle everything with a ball and socket joint. And if you have ball joints, wiggle the entire wheel and you'll feel play in the whole wheel. Or also you want to check wheel bearings. So you want to grab the tire by both sides like this. Yeah, when I push up on the tire like this, I can hear you have misadjusted wheel bearings. That could also cause incorrect camber, which could cause premature tire wear. But also, a bad wheel bearing is just something you want to be generally checking for whenever you have the wheels off of the ground. Sometimes you can get away with readjusting them if they're not too bad. But if you let them go too long, the bearings will just be totally destroyed and you have to replace them altogether. Also, check your power steering system for any leaks in lines and hoses. This does look a little bit wet, but I think that might just be the grease from the U-joint right there. Definitely start the truck and check for any seepage or dripping. Might as well check your fluids while you're at it too, doing a pre-inspection. And that about does it.